Hello, welcome back. Here we're going to be making some homemade biscuits and gravy and some scrambled eggs. All we done was took some all-purpose flour. There's 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups of milk, and mixed everything together here. That's going to be our biscuits. And then we're going to get back with you when we start to make the gravy. And a good way to not get the dough on your hands or anything, you just put extra dough on the or extra flour on your cookie sheet or what have you, and then put your hands on it, and then you can knead it without the dough sticking to your hands. So you put the stove on 325 for how many minutes?
10 minutes.
For 10 minutes. Okay, here's how my wife, she makes the gravy. I'm going to let her explain it.
I let my pot warm up. When it gets heated, then I add my oil, enough to fill the bottom of the pot. And I let it heat a few minutes, and then I add my flour until I get like a paste, and I brown it for a few minutes, and then I add my milk and water and let it boil until it thickens.
Now, how much flour, milk, and water do you add? Is this pretty much on site?
That's the way I do mine.
Okay, we'll get back with you and we'll do it step by step here. Stay tuned.
Just oil. You can't see it hardly.
Yeah, it's just enough just to coat the bottom of the pot. And how long do you leave that stay in there?
Not long.
Less than a minute.
Just enough to warm.
That's one.
Just a little bit in here.
Is that enough to make another spoon?
No, maybe half.
Maybe a half spoon. What is that, teaspoon or tablespoon?
Teaspoon.
And what kind of paste or?
Just get it thick. If it's thin paste, it won't turn out. It'll be like water. It has to be kind of thick.
You have to constantly stir too, correct?
Yeah, because it'll burn. It'll stick to the pan. Scorch.
Standard all-purpose flour. And there's no set recipe for making gravy because it turns out different every time. Because you could do like 1 or 2 seconds of overheating the pot or anything, and it just does the whole consistency. Changes everything. And the baby spoon you're using is what?
A teaspoon.
That's a teaspoon that she's been using, along with that big standard cooking spoon.
This is ready to get it cooked.
And there's various recipes for making gravy, like chocolate gravy or what have you. It's just getting it the right consistency. And then once she gets it like this and having it browning, she'll add her cream, 1 can of cream, or about 1 to 3/4 cups of milk. And then just a little bit of water. You can see here how it's thickening up. I mean, you don't want it so thick that it sticks to your spoon, but you don't want it like water either. And just take some pepper and put in it. And she's got 2 cups of water, or 2 cups of milk. Then there's some water, an 8-ounce glass of water.
Starting to brown.
You just stir it until it browns, and then that's when you add the other ingredients. But I do have a question. This is for me only. Could you eat it just the way it is there?
It probably wouldn't taste real good.
It wouldn't taste good at all, would it? That's what I was thinking.
I might need a little bit more. And you just stir that until it thickens. Yeah, just keep stirring it so it don't stick. See, it's starting to thicken.
How much water is that?
8-ounce glass, about a cup and a half. It is. More water. See the bubbles now? Now it's time to remove it. And it's done.
So little tip here. If you add milk,
Makes it fluffier.
it makes them fluffier and it makes them go further. Meaning you can feed more people with less eggs. But you can just whip these up all together and then throw it in your pan and, you know, scramble them up. Biscuits are done. Took how many minutes?
About 10-12 minutes.
And prior to pouring your egg batter or whatever you want to call it in your pan, you do it just like you would gravy. Pour just enough grease in the bottom of the pan to fill it, and then whip up your eggs and pour them in. Same way you would make an omelet or what have you, but we're just going to scramble them. And about the total time it makes biscuits, gravy, and eggs is 25-30 minutes.
So these are almost done.
Now during this time here you can add your pepper and salt.
Onions,
green peppers, just whatever you want to put in it. The scrambled eggs. And you just keep doing this until they stop looking shiny, like, you know, like wet.
Wet, yeah.
You want to give them a dry look. Okay. Now here what I do, I just take my biscuits, break them up in a little bowl. This here's just a Cool Whip bowl. It's what I eat my cereal or what have you in. Usually take two biscuits and crumble them up in there. I take a little bit of eggs. Get this spoon. There you go. Spatula. And one more. And then I take the gravy. And this may look gross to a lot of people. You can have this all separated out on your plate or what have you. And then I'll take pepper. Okay. And then to top it off, a lot of people, you know, they do honey, things of that nature. I take strawberry jelly. And I'll put 2 big teaspoons of jelly in here. And I'll just mix it all together. You can do grape jelly. Like I said, I'm a strawberry freak, so I like strawberries.
Some people do apple butter.
And apple butter. Apple butter is extremely good on your biscuits. Just eat them plain like that. And that's what my breakfast would consist of. It looks gross, it truly does, but that's just a good old southern breakfast. Needs more pepper. May get us another spoon, put some more strawberry preserves in it. But thank you for watching.